Good evening, everyone. This is Rabbi Karen, and welcome to our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. I'm so glad you could be here to join us this evening as we are here for our service. We are on Restream, we are on Facebook, YouTube, simshalom.com. We're all over the place. So I'm so glad you can be with us this evening. We're currently on Zoom with Toby, Kim, Albert, Ellen in New York. We have to preface because we have so many Ellens, Skylar, and Joanne. And is anybody on Restream? Nope, not yet, but I'm sure people will be on and we'll be chatting away. So, again, thank you for being with us this evening as we begin our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. Hine matovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. And now our call to praise. Baruch hu et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamvorach. Le'olam va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due now and forever. Ha'ma'ariv aravim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam. Asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim. B'chokhmah poteach she'arim, u'v'tvuna mishana itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'msader et kochavim b'mishmoroteyim, barakia kirtzono. With wisdom you open gateways, with understanding you alter times, vary the seasons and assign the stars to the watches in the sky. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshek v'choshek mipnei or, u'mavir yom u'mevi layla, umavdil ben yom uben laila, Adonai tzavot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu li'olam ve'ed, baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv ha'ravim. O living and ever-enduring God, reign over us forever. Blessed are you, eternal one, who brings on twilight. And let's remember, this we are blessing Adonai for bringing about light and dark, separating light from dark. As we look at these magnificent sunrises and sunsets, we are reminded what Adonai has given to us. Everlasting love you offer your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. And now the prayer that tells all our creed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem, Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom, forever and ever. And you shall love. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently to your children. And you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you rise up, and when you lie down. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, and that you may remember and do all of my commandments and be holy, holy unto your God. Okay, let's take a moment. Let's see if anyone is on Restream right now. Nobody's there, but we're all here. Best is yet to come. Okay, so let's begin. And speaking of miracles, as Miriam and the women went through the parting of the Red Sea, they sang this song of praise. Mi chamocha balim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, no ra tehilot osef eleh. Malchutecha ra'u beinecha, okei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Ze Eli anu, ve'amru, Adonai yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Ve'amru ki fada, Adonai et Yaakov, ugalo hayad, chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Who is like you, O God, amongst the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Praise are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'achamidenu malkeinu l'chaim, uvrosh aleinu, sukat shlomecha. Adonai, we look kindly upon you. Bless us and help us during all these troubled times. Please help to bring peace in our hearts, and peace to the world. Please help those in Israel who are suffering. Help those around the world who are suffering. Help those with families of hostages. May they become free soon. And may we all live in peace. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. May you, Eternal One, spread your shelter of peace over us, over your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, v'yamad yirach hirotei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yo omechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv, v'yimeru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach, li'olam amaya yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yipar, v'yiraman, v'yinaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalab, shmei kudusha b'richu, le'lam mikol bechata v'shirata, Tush bechata v'ne chemata dami rambi alma v'yimeru amen. Okay, we'll stop our share. See if anybody got back on Restream. Nope. Guess everybody's out. Hold on 1 minute. I have to call you back in 20 minutes, okay? Bye-bye. Okay. This week's Torah portion is called Ki Tetzei. In this Torah portion, 74 of the 613 commandments are listed. So realize that's only a small percentage. Included are burial and dignity of the dead, rebellious son, notice not the rebellious daughter, inheritance of the firstborn, safety erecting a fence around the roof of your house. Also, the judicial rulings and penalties for rape, adultery, false accusations, divorce laws, laws of charging interest on a loan, and returning lost objects. So you realize that we get down to the minutia of living with your neighbor. Something as simple as returning a lost item. We have rules for that. This is a window of our past. You don't need laws unless the actions are a problem. In other words, you don't need a law saying you shall not kill unless people are killing. And now we have a system of laws, justice for the accused, for wives, for women abused, the widow, laws set down for families, and how individuals should treat lost property. This is a keen insight into what lives were like, their problems, and the solutions which have been a basis for justice today. Remember what we said last week? Justice, justice, justice. Rambam Mishneh Torah Hillel Gezula V'Avodah, Chapter 14. This is the general rule concerning lost property. If anything without a mark of identification was lost, and the owner was aware of the loss, it is assumed that the owner has given up hope of recovering it, and it therefore belongs to the finder. So if the owner knows it's lost, but doesn't look for it, finders keepers. You shall not see your brother's ox or sheep straying and ignore them. You shall return them to your brother. So if you see something that belongs to another family member, you don't ignore it. You try to return it. But if your brother is not near you, or if you do not know him, you shall bring it into your house, and it shall be with you until your brother seeks it out, whereupon you shall return it to him. In most cases, it is livestock. According to Rambam, this is the general rule for lost objects. Every object that does not have a siman, a particular sign that you can use to identify the object as yours. Since it is lost and the owner knows it has been lost, we can assume that its owner has given up hope of finding it. For example, a needle, a nail, or a coin. Since the owners can't give a siman, some kind of mark on it, to get it returned, it therefore belongs to the one who found it. So obviously this word siman is important. It's an identification mark. Every object that has a siman, for example, clothing or an animal, you can assume that the owners have not given up on finding it because they know they could tell the finder. They could tell the finder it's simanim, and he or she will return it to them. Therefore, if you find these objects, then you must announce that you have found them, unless you know that the owners have given up hope. So first you have to see if there's a mark on it. And if you're the one that loses things, you got to put a mark on it. For example, if you have a wallet, you have to have identification for your wallet. When they say, well, what does it look like? You have to have an identifying mark. Now, we don't always have identifying marks. For example, the coin, the nail. You know, today I left a $10 bill on the counter when I went to pick something up, and a guy jokingly said, it's mine. I said, what's your name? E pluribus unum? Okay? But the fact is, you know, if it's something of value, you need to be able to identify it. Okay? So if you own something of value, your husband, your children, you know, something has to have some kind of mark, something to identify with. The Talmud extends this idea to include preventing damage. For instance, if your neighbor's house is about to be flooded and he's not home, then you are required to set up sandbags. You could later ask to be reimbursed. We all take responsibility, and by the way, this is something we all tend to do in Florida. Incoming storm, help your neighbor's not home. One of my neighbors wasn't home and said, you could leave your car in my garage, just bring my grill in. But you know, we did those kind of things in New York without the hurricanes. In New York, we did that with the blackouts. You know, went around to different houses. You need everything. Do you know what's going on? Is everything okay? We look out for each other. That's, you know, the greatest looking out for each other is tomorrow, 9/11. We had people looking out for each other. I was in the Bronx. I don't know if you know New York. I was in the Bronx. I was going home on the highway, and it's a part of the highway where there's a street that goes over from Manhattan into the Bronx. Well, the mayor had shut all transportation down in and out of Manhattan. So hundreds of thousands of people were walking into the Bronx and then trying to get transportation home. And here I am alone in my car. And I so wanted to open my window and go, anyone need a ride up north? Except here I am, a female alone. So I'm not about to open. The heart was there, but the practicality stopped me from doing it. But I got to my son's school and he said to me, he was 16, what took so long? And I said, shut up and get in the car. And I had all his friends in the car and I drove everybody home. So I felt at least I was helping out that way. So we all take responsible not only for ourselves, but for each other. Our mitzvot are there for us to be better and take and help to make our society a better place for us to live. So that's something that we could do daily. Tikkun olam, making the world a better place. How could we do it? You could start small by saying what's on your property, something you found, you try to return it, or being actual responsible. Oh, I hope I didn't do something wrong. Okay, hold on. Okay. And, we just do what we can. We just do what we can to make our lives, to make this world as much of a better place as it can be. If you lost something and you were really looking for it, you would hope somebody else would find it and turn it in. Okay, we got Marvin joining us. So I'm glad he's with us. A little late right now, but it's okay. We still love him. Okay, let's see where Marvin is. Okay, Marvin, you're with us.
Yeah, I just got on.
That's okay. We're always glad to see you here. All right, let me get back to our meeting. Share. Oh, I think I lost my, okay. Let me close this. All right, let me see now if I could do this. Sometimes the technology just gets away from you. Okay. Zoom, share. There it is. So now at this moment, let's listen to the prayers in our hearts and in our mind. Amen. Oh, say shalom bimrumah. Uyase shalom aleinu. Ve'akol Yisrael. V'imru. Imru, Amen. May the one who causes peace to reign in the high heavens, let peace descend on all of us and all of Israel, and let us say Amen. And as we get ready for our Mishabera prayers, everybody could type in the names of those who needs our healing thoughts and prayers. And I'm going to start with Shoel ben Rivka, Yehuda ben Bat Isabel, Reuven Barak ben Avraham and Vasara, Boomer and Luna and Sammy, Rav Yehoshua ben Meir, Robin, Ronnie, Carrie, daughter of Bonnie, Seal's daughter, Chavazisa bat Sally, Chana bat Leola, Miriam bat Shulamit, Leslie, Mindaleya bat Chaya, Maxine, Marcia, Marlene bat Sylvia, Bobby, George, David, Yaakov ben Charlotte, Samantha, Lance, Shana bat Shlava, Samir, Naomi, Melissa and her mother, Stephen Bucksbaum, Howard, Zisa, Razel, Bot Seal, Lisa, Sharon, Jeanette Fox, Gail Hughes, Gloria, and James C. Pose. And let me add the family of James Earl Jones and the families of Ed Kranepool. Got to be a Met fan to know that one. Okay. All those suffering physically and emotionally and spiritually around the world, for all Sim Shalomers, especially Ellen, Joanne, Amy, Marvin's brother, Sarah, Bot Susan, Judith Bot Marilyn, Terrence Jones, whose health is not the best right now, my brother who's fighting alcoholism, all Sim Shalomers, their family, friends, and pets in need of refuah shlema, Howard Gruber, Dawn Almut, Myrna, Sue, Sheem Berg, Walsim Shalomers, Reuben, Beth Abraham, Terry and his wife, Rav and Aubrey. Okay. There's no more. You go back to there's one more. Gina Batwana, Martin Ben Win, Etta Bat Mindel. Mi sheberach avotenu b'chol habraha li'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach Imotenu, B'chol habraha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kikoye haratzot, velo samanu kimishpuchot adama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kihol hamanam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech, malchei hamlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. B'ne'eman v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shmo echad. We recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died in the season in years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. The memories of all of them are with us. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we praise God and pray for the coming of Adonai's kingdom. Excuse me a minute. Like last week, I have hiccups. Yitgadal v'yikadash me rabah. B'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayehon v'yomechon. Uv'chayeh d'chol beit Yisrael. B'agalav zman kariv yimru. Amen. Yehesh me rabah mevorach li'olam ol mei amaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yipar v'yiroman v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal. Shmei d'kudisha b'richu. Le'elam minchol b'chata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechamata. Damiram v'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mumav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yimru amen. And may all those who are in mourning be comforted by the one who comforts all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for being with me this evening. Still nobody on Restream, but that's okay. We had a great time this evening. Be aware, it's time for the high holiday tickets with Rabbi Blaine on Zoom, unless some of you are going to be in New York City and want to go in person. I was actually supposed to go the year of COVID. I was supposed to fly in and go there. But oh well, another time. So just, be healthy, everyone. Be well, be safe, stay out of the heat, and stay out of the rain. And just do well, and all the blessings to all of you. All right? Take care.
תודה רבה רבה. שבוע טוב.
Good night. Good night, all.